Welcome. Wonderful to have you with us at the ORT Business Network, our online monthly meetup. We had a great response to Neil's talk. So it's really exciting that we're going to have quite a full house. So it's wonderful to have you all with us. The first section is an opportunity for everyone in the room to introduce yourselves. Yolandi has popped in the chat box a little sentence that says, introduce yourself, your business, and describe your ideal referral in 60 seconds. So we do time this so that we maximize the hour. So I'm going to share my screen, and then Yolandi, if you could please kick off the networking. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Yolanda. Oh, are we ready for me? Sorry. Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Yolanda. I am Chris McKee's Photography. I make you look great in pictures. I've been a photographer for over 10 years, using my unique approach to family portraits, birthday parties, bar and bat mitzvah events. Your memories will be safe with me. I shoot spontaneity over poses, belly laughs over stiff smiles, and lots of action. I don't impose on your event, but I rather stay in the background and discreetly get the shot you're going to love. My ideal referral is word of mouth and the community. Thank you so much. Next would be Veronica.
Hi, I'm Veronica Yankelovitz. I am from the Petals Group and the recently born Flower Cafe. I am an events manager, events decor specialist, and in lockdown, as ORT knows, we started the Flower Cafe 18 months ago, which we're very proud to have had nearly 12,000 people through our door, and thanks a lot to ORT. So for me, we do immersive experiential experiences in the Flower Cafe, as well as for people on site for different events. And my ideal referral would be, again, ORT, the community, word of mouth, and small business and large business for immersive team building experiences, as well as baby showers, kitchen teas, color bakes, birthday parties, get-togethers in our Flower Cafe. So I'd love to meet you all soon.
David Lifschitz. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Just unmuting myself. As you can see in my background, it's my solar roof. People tell me they have load shedding, but we haven't experienced that since 2008. So I'm a micro-utility architect working with big companies, 50 million plus turnover, specifically CEOs. And if you know anybody who wants to build a staff-powered power station, let me know. Thanks.
Diana.
Morning, everybody. I'm Diana Sochen. I'm the director of Cape Jewish Seniors Association, where we try and keep all senior citizens in Cape Town part of the community instead of apart from the community, offering them activities, outings, lunches, psychosocial support, and just generally being able to have them come to the center so that they can engage with each other and enjoy the company. Our ideal referral is members of our community, doctors, ORT has assisted us, and just word of mouth as well, and family members, as we get many calls from overseas of family members who can't get here and need assistance with their families. Thank you.
Thank you. And Jason?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Jason Sandler, and I am a stress management specialist. I help people learn to manage their stress. I do this through keynote presentations, through workshops, and I've also published a book called From Stress to Success, the A to Z of Stress Management. My ideal client is anybody who knows anybody within a corporate large or small company, who are concerned about their staff and want to get somebody in to come and help their staff with stress management so that they are able to be happier at work and therefore be more productive. Thanks, Yolande.
Lauren Snitcher. If I said it right.
You did, thank you. Hi, I'm Lauren Snitcher. I'm Cape Town born and bred. For the last 16 years, together with Viv Anstey, we've been running the Midrash Shah Adult Education Institute. Our flagship project is the Florence Melton School of Adult Jewish Education, which specializes, as its name suggests, in adult Jewish education. We provide a safe space, a platform for inclusive participation with robust debate. We're not so much interested in the what or the how, but much rather in the why. If, like us, you understand that the only way in which we can continue our Judaism and have Jewish continuity throughout the generations is through education, then our institute is the go-to place for that. Since the pandemic, we've transitioned seamlessly onto an online platform via Zoom. And am I finished? Did it run out?
Keep going.
The timer.
Well, just finish off what you're saying.
Keep going. Keep going, it's fine.
So,
Laura, you can have my 30 seconds that I didn't use.
oh, okay. No, I don't think it was 60 seconds. It just went there. We've transitioned seamlessly onto an online platform via Zoom. And so we now have the world as our target audience. And our ideal referral is communal organizations, Herzliya school teachers, Jewish parents, families, singles, the Jewish world in general, including the non-Jewish world who are interested in their Hebraic roots. Thank you.
And the other Lauren, Sweden.
Hi, everyone. I work for United Herzliya Schools, managing the Herzliya Foundation Trust, which in plain English means that I manage their fundraising. I'm not Cape Town born and bred. I'm from Joburg originally. I've been living here for nearly 4 years and absolutely love it. Never want to leave. Also love the Herzliya family and the Jewish community here. I met Neil, the main speaker at the Elliot Osrin Leadership Institute, because we're studying together this year doing the leadership development program, and I really just wanted to hear him talk. I'm very interested in who he is as a human being, but also it's wonderful getting to know each and every one of you. Yeah, that's me in a nutshell. Thank you.
And then Mervyn, MM Show. Mervyn, are you there? I think Dan, would you like to kick that one off? Dan?
I don't think Mervyn is going to speak, Yolande, and Di is not well. So
no, that I do know. Dan,
okay.
I think you can go next.
Thanks.
Hi everyone, I'm Dan Sachs. I am a furniture designer and a furniture manufacturer here in Cape Town. My ideal referral would be anybody in either private residence or in the hospitality industry, architects, interior designers, anybody that is looking for well-made, solid wood, enduring quality furniture. So all my designs can be viewed online at saxcorner.co.za. Thanks.
And then Gerald.
Yes, good morning, everybody. I'm speaking to you from Johannesburg. I'm born and bred in Paarl, unlike you Cape Townians. The company or the brand that I run is called Simplify, which you'll find on the internet. Is just spelled a bit differently for investment reasons to appeal to investment professionals. The Simplify brand does two things. One, it does forensic examinations. So if any of you suspect you've got a fraud in your company, please refer them to me. I'm actually speaking at an international fraud conference. That's why I'm in Johannesburg. The other part of my business is giving financial advice via a partner of mine in Hoffland, HOFLAND. I have a 25-year track record in investments, and my partner has a 10-year track record. Don't be fooled by the financial advisors who give you a 3-year track record. Anyone of luck can beat the market in the last 3 years. So my referral are high net worth individuals or people about to retire or post-retirement.
And Di, we're sad to not hear you, but I hope you feel a little bit better. And Mervyn in the wind over there, we miss you. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Yolandi. I appreciate your help and your support. And thanks to everyone for introducing yourselves, a great mix of entrepreneurs and community leaders. And it's always awesome to engage together and see how we can support each other, be ambassadors for each other. Because at the end of the day, all we want is everyone to grow, succeed, and employ more people. So this morning, we have a great opportunity to listen to Neil. I met Neil a couple of years ago when he joined the ORT network. And it's always so awesome to chat to him. He's always so curious and inquiring, and is a budding entrepreneur. So it's just, I just thought it would be wonderful for him to share his story with us. So Neil, over to you.
Thanks very much, Lisa. And good morning, everyone. Thanks for this opportunity. It's really nice to see so many familiar and friendly faces on the line. You know, it's been an amazing journey for me, and it's been, you know, thanks to being part of this great network that is ORT. There's always seems to be someone who can help. A little bit about myself. I have a background in wandering around the world, education, training, and retail. Having been introduced to retail from a young age, I was never really drawn to it. Through my easy way with people and ability to organize and sell, I kept getting sucked back into it, no matter how hard I tried to run away. In 2017, I returned to Cape Town after many years away and found myself working in someone else's business in a retail operation, running 7 locations, 42 staff, constantly driving sales, and well on the way towards burnout. During that time and the years preceding that, I'd been looking for a new business or a partnership, something to do. And through a service provider, I was introduced to the Barksole business. And it just started to appeal to me in a meaningful way. And excuse me if I'm repeating myself, but I've said this before, and I hope I'm not going to be monologuing about this. Dan, I can probably see you smiling right now, but I don't see myself as an entrepreneur. I'm a small business owner. I don't strive to be an entrepreneur. I see an entrepreneur as someone who's always innovating, adapting, and trying new things. I like people, and I like to organize, and I like to operate. Having a happy team, happy customers, and a good cash flow is what makes me happy and what I see the value in business. So what is Barksole? Briefly. Barksole's your one-stop key cutting, shoe repair, luggage repair, dry cleaning, engraving service center, where we also happen to change batteries and fix just about anything that you need. So Barksole's a leading repair service in the Western Cape. There are 30 stores. It's been in business for over 60 years. And we aim to provide everything under one roof. If we can't fix it in our store, I've got access to a much bigger facility where I can fix oversized stuff or more detailed stuff. So we have the ability to really help our customers. When I started to look at the business as an opportunity, I knew nothing about the repair game, and I knew just a little bit about franchising. But what I discovered was quite an attractive model. Here was a business with a proven track record. By getting involved in a franchise, I was able to have business assistance from the franchise owners, instant brand recognition, an existing customer base, and far few barriers to entry because there was much lower setup cost. You know, at the time of purchasing this business, mid to early 2020, the world had turned upside down. And in my strive to look for something new, I kept drawing up business plan after business plan after business plan, and it became like a daily activity for me. And there was always the inherent risk, like any business, of failure. But the idea of what if it doesn't work? What if no one buys? I mean, what are the chances of setting up a business on Main Road Sea Point and nobody buying a coffee? You know, it is possible. But here I was offered a business where everything was already established and you had the support. You know, the cost of opening a new business, the cost of branding, carving out market share, the risks that are associated are really, really big. But the rewards are great too. And I think that, you know, I've already expressed that I'm not a risky entrepreneur, but more pragmatic business owner. So I do see the value in opening up your own business, but I think that there's really is a case for franchise. You know, if we fast forward to 2022, I've been running and managing this business for almost 2 years. Since the harsh lockdown restrictions were lifted, we've seen a growth in turnover month to month. Our customer numbers have increased and returned. I've worked really hard to re-establish the good name of the store, as it really did lose some ground during the pandemic and the years preceding that because of mismanagement. As a small business owner, there are always some expenses which pain you more than others. When you pay salaries, you do so with an open appreciation of your staff. When you pay taxes, you do so with possibly less appreciation. In a franchise, you pay royalties on turnover, which is sometimes a hard pill to swallow. You know, you feel like you're doing all the work and then handing over money, a percentage at the end of the month. But I like to think of it in terms of the bigger picture, as I'm always reminded that I didn't have to do the legwork. I didn't have to establish the brand. The good name of the business and the fact that people know that we're a place to go to is there and will remain that way. So I see myself as a steward of the brand rather than having to, you know, to fight for my market. Like anything, if you don't ask for it, you don't get it. Certainly in the franchisor-franchisee relationship, if you're not going to ask, you're not going to get. And I see myself in a partnership with them. It's my job, as I said, to steward the brand, and it's theirs to support me in their role. Whether I get what I'm asking for, that's a different story. But at least I can do is do my best to ask for it. Through this journey, and in my experience, I feel very fortunate to have a fair amount of freedom in what I do. It may not be the case for other franchises. For example, I've got the freedom to choose my own suppliers, and I believe it's an important practice. As a business owner, you always need to maintain good relationships with your suppliers and be on the lookout for new and alternative suppliers, product offerings, that sort of thing. Keep in mind that cheaper is not always better. It's something that I always have to remind my clients when they're repairing something, that of course you can get it done for cheaper somewhere else. But if you want a bang up job, you're going to get what you pay for. Pay for quality and you get the quality. The natural growth path of this business, or business like mine, is more locations. It's something I'm on the lookout for, and I realize that it's the economy of scale that makes a business like this do better. If you've got more locations, you've got more staff to draw on, you've got buying power, it really assists the business, never mind higher turnover. I'm also working on taking this business digital in the near future, which is an exciting challenge, and I look forward to a time when we are live and able to offer the services that is the base of our business to our customers. I think all in all, working for myself in the last 2 years has been one of the greatest steps for me. I'm happier now professionally than I've been over the last 10 years. It's been a great move for me, and I thank some of the people in this group and the organization for their continued support. Thanks. I'm happy to hear if any of you have any questions that you'd like to ask or not.
Thank you, Neil. That was awesome, and yeah, just great to hear insights from your side and for being pretty open and honest with parts of your journey. A question from my side, and then we can open it up to the floor, is what's next? Are you looking at maybe this is a bit too confidential, but more Barksoles or dabbling in other things, like what's on the horizon?
Well, I think for me, quite interestingly, and it's something Lauren said, is that I'm involved with the Yoli program, as you know, Lisa. And I think for me personally, what's next is to involve myself more in the community and see where that leads. On the business front, what's next, as I said, is that I'm on the lookout for a new store. It needs to be the right store for me. There are opportunities out there, and I'm just kind of, I wouldn't say biding my time, but waiting for the right opportunity to come, the one that feels right. It's not just about a business case or an opportunity. It's about something that really gels with my life. I'm trying to create a lifestyle rather than just mass business opportunity. As I said, I'm not an entrepreneur. Don't see myself as an intuitive entrepreneur, someone who's going to try something and then be okay with the failure. I'm a little bit more cautious when I go about businesses. I would also like to involve myself in another business completely. I enjoy the Barksole business. And as I said, that retail is not something that I have an immediate passion for. I know I'm good at it, I'm good with people, but if there's something else out there that might spark for me, I'm always open to it. I'm always trying to look for people who are doing interesting things. Perhaps if there's something in the social entrepreneurship space, that would be really exciting for me. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. There's a question in the chat box from Lauren saying, what do you mean going digital?
Okay.
Having an online presence. Yeah.
So my business isn't online at all. In that there's a website hosted by the franchisor, but people can't really review what I do or book my services online. So my aim at the moment is, as a franchisee, I have an area of operation. In fact, I own the rights to Century City, which is a huge area. Not huge, but it's a pretty big area. What I want to do is I want to have an offering, a click and collect service within that area, where I'm servicing all the residential, all the businesses in that area, say with dry cleaning, shoe repair, my core services. They'll be able to book the service from the comfort of their office or their home. We'll come collect, they'll come drop it. It sounds pretty easy. And the deeper I get into it, the harder it becomes, and you start to really look at the intricacies of how to set it up. Yeah, we've discussed it. I remember Lisa hosted a great session with, I forget the gentleman's name, but he was talking about digital services. And it really helped me solidify what my product offering will look like and how to go about it. So watch the space. In the near future, we'll be launching something digital.
Awesome. Thanks, Neil. Just to mention, that gentleman's name is Stephen Bayhack. He's a specialist in online e-commerce. So if anyone is wanting to explore that, they can always reach out for his contact details. Lauren, you would like to ask a question. Do you want to unmute?
Neil, hi. Do you have permission from Barksole, the franchisor, to do this digital kind of click and collect initiative? Will other Barksole stores follow suit? Do you?
Good question. How do I answer this? They've been on the uptake to do it themselves. And I don't think that, I think there's a missed opportunity, and I'm going to forge ahead and do it. It's taking me longer than what I thought it would. But I'm also not in much of a rush to do it. I believe that once I have a product, I'll have their support. And then we can sell it, farm it out to the others, and hopefully they take it on board. As a franchisor and as an independent operator, I'm a lot more concerned with my own business than I am with other stores' business. I'm happy to support them, and I often do, especially my social media is much better than the other stores. So I'm always assisting them, sharing my own content that I've created for my own store with them, because I realize that it helps the brand as a whole. as I mentioned about being a steward for the brand. So I think if I can develop a service that can then work for the other stores, whether that's a licensed model, whether I give it away, whether they, I provide the service for them, we'll have to see how that works. Yeah. Thank you.
Dan.
How's it, Neil? So, yeah, I just, in terms of the Barksole franchise, the concept, I'm just interested in a bit of background around, like, I'm interested to know what the square meterage of the shop is, and if that's the same with all of them. It seems to be quite a critical part of the model that they, small store located just off, so if you just give me a bit of background around that.
It's like this, it's absolutely critical. Like in most retail, it's location. And what they've done is they've really strived to locate the stores as close to the busiest part of the mall as possible. In my case, I've got a very busy store. I mean, I'm in Canal Walk. We have 1 million people a month past the stores. I'm right outside Checkers, which was a great find for them. My store was established 21 years ago. When they built Canal Walk, we got that spot, and we're still there. Be it a little bit of a different space. In terms of space, if you visit different Barksoles, you might find different spaces. It's often all about what the mall has to offer and the cost. Retail space is incredibly expensive, especially in the top malls. And the closer you get to the busier sections, the more expensive it is. I operate in just under 25 square meters, which is small. I mean, look around you in the room you're sitting, it's probably close to that. And my workshop takes up about half of that. I wish that I had a little bit more retail space. When I say retail space, a little bit more space on the front end of my shop where I could sell retail product, because with so many passing feet, there's eyes, and eyes have hands, and hands have hands on their wallets. And that's what you want. You want people to come in and buy the stuff that they need. So, I mean, people walk into my store asking for stuff all the time that, if I had more space, I would sell the same stuff that they're selling. Yeah. So it does make a huge impact, the space that you have in the retail, but a store like ours can operate in quite a small area. Essentially, I don't know if you've ever been, if any of you live in Constantia, but there's a tiny little Barksole inside the Pick and Pay at Constantia Village, I think it is. And it's essentially just a booth. It's a counter with some key cutting machines behind it, and I think the finishing machine on the side. It's tiny. I don't know how more than 2 people can even work in there. Tiny. So, thanks for the question. Great question there.
Well, thanks a lot, Neil.
Gerald, do you want to ask a question? You're on mute.
2 things. Firstly, I live in Constantia. The Barksole in Constantia Village is terrible. I will never go there. And then my question to you is, my concern about you putting on my corporate governance hat is key man risk. What happens if you get knocked over by the proverbial bus? How do your family carry on in terms of legacy?
Thanks, Gerald. I'll tell John, give John your feedback. He's the owner of that Barksole. Are you trying to sell me a disability policy?
I don't sell policies. I'm not a used car seller.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. I think for any small business owner or entrepreneur is, how do you protect your income? The lovely thing about my business is whether I go in or not, the doors will have to open up. I'm fortunate to have a fantastic staff who will continue to run the business. In terms of my income, yes, I do have disability income. Disability.
Yeah, no, but if you get knocked over by a proverbial dust, God forbid you die, what do your family inherit?
What do they get? My family
what
gets.
Do you inherit?
Gerald, I don't think this is a conversation
okay.
for now.
Okay. I'm just raising my concern, putting on my corporate governance.
Yeah, I suppose that's everyone's, anyone who runs their own business is, my husband runs his own business. It's a question we talk about all the time. So I think people can reach
Yeah,
out.
please, I'm not trying to sell anything.
No, I get that. And you're opening our minds to consider that. So thank you for that. I think that brings us to a close in terms of the questions. So I'm actually just quickly going to stop
Sorry,
the
Lisa, can I just
recording.
say one thing quickly?
Yeah.
So I've been working for myself for 30 years here and in England. And I can tell you that disability insurance is radically expensive. And as an entrepreneur, you haven't, working from your home, I don't say I work from home, I say my office is at my house. I chose to move my office to my house in 2002 when ADSL arrived. And so what I've done is we make 95% of our electricity, we make 70% of our water. We make about 30% of our food. You've got to pay off your house as soon as you can. I mean, for me, I haven't paid it off yet, even though I've been here for 25 years, because I've used some of the capital to expand my business. So I haven't borrowed from anybody else. I borrowed at prime -2 in my house to expand my business. But now I'm going to almost 60, and I'm paying off my house before I'm 60. So that's a life decision, which I think that Gerald will probably be happy with. But I'm just trying to say that when you're at home and when your office is at your house, you must invest in making your house as cheap as possible. And the way to do that is not to go and buy a new Audi, but rather to take that money and pay off your house, pay off your own electricity system, pay off your water system, so you don't have any external costs. When the shit hits the fan with COVID, you're not going to lose everything because your cost is a quarter of anybody else's. So as an entrepreneur with a long-term vision, working from home, you really have a big opportunity to make your life resilient for any eventuality. My 2 cents.
Thank you, David. Thank you so much.